Good evening, all the family. Sarah here. Happy December. I am actually recording live from this great state of Massachusetts, and I am fabulous this evening. Very excited to be here. Again, my name is Serah Muiruri. I'm originally from Kenya. I have been in the United States since August 1992, and I am glad to call both countries home. They're both dear and passionate to my life, and it means a lot to be here and also to give back in the community, in the village that I come from. I am, by profession, I am a clinician. I'm a master's level clinician, and clinicians can be of all different sorts of, walks in life. I am a clinician working in the human services with individuals with disabilities, a passion that has been of mine for as long as I can remember. I keep telling myself we all have our own destinies and purposes in life. I discovered my purpose and destiny in life when I was a little girl, a high school student. I remember just wanting to touch other people's lives. I would go into the village from home to home, and especially working with people that kids that had disabilities. And back in the day, as it was for the United States, most of those kids were really reserved and hidden from the general public, and I always knew that there was gonna be a way out, except I didn't know it was gonna come back to me years later. So it's a passion of mine. Above and beyond that, I am also a caregiver myself. You cannot lead where you cannot go. You cannot preach what you don't believe in. So I support people out from my home, people with disabilities out of my home. And sometimes people come to my house for respite, but I have supported one individual for the last 13 years right in my home. She's actually 43 years old, but she's definitely my daughter for all purposes. Anyway, I'm also a life coach, and it's a role that I've also enjoyed for the last 2 years, and I know for a fact that that has helped me tremendously, and every single dot has been connected now, because I do know that I have always wanted to author a book, and I knew that it was something that I was going to do, except I didn't think he was coming this sooner. For me, you see, I have worked with Matt Morris on different levels in network marketing, and I always believed in his motivation and his passion in the industry, and more so the passion of touching other people's lives. And those traits actually resonate with me, because given my background and given what I do from day to day, that has been a biggest factor for me. Regarding the process, I did it. I had fun with it. The opportunity came through for me as I was sitting on a balcony in Mexico. I had taken a trip to Mexico, and I just needed a couple of days off, and I was just kind of refreshing my mind and, kind of just recuperating and thinking through about my life. Once in a while, I like to just tune out and just think through of what I want to do in life. And it keeps coming back to the same thing, touching other people's lives, just being there, but also how can I do it better? That's always something that comes up in my mind. And for me, personal development has always been a passion of mine, as far back as I can remember. So I see this as a way to be a better professional, and all that Matt had also discussed in his presentation, and also validated by Steve, is the same themes. The same theme kept coming back and forth. So I knew I was in the right place at the right time. Additionally, I've always wanted to be a writer. So I didn't know how. I have researched. I know that I can do it, but I have really never thought through in terms of the hoops that I have to go through. I did have a dear friend who was a friend to my dad, who was a philosopher photographer and an author, and I knew he was always talking about money, and he had authored a few books, but he always left him broke. So every time I thought about authoring a book, I knew I had to execute it in the right manner and look for the right person to, or the right publisher to actually follow through with what my intentions. But for the fee and the tuition that was required by Matt Morris and the Success Publishing, that was a no-brainer. I knew this was going to be an opportunity of a lifetime. So how easy was the process? I loved the process. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I did the application, like I said. I booked I soon got an email from Matt Morris and welcoming me to the group. But the way and the manner that Steve conducted the interview was actually very well executed. It was nice, simple, concise, but at the same time very, very thorough, and also very professionally executed. That to me was another factor that was really helpful in determining exactly what I needed to do. What can I do when I become an author? Obviously, I believe in the passion of writing and expressing yourself. As a therapist, as a counselor, we are always honing on those values. You have to express yourself. If you don't say what you know or what you think, then you might be missing an opportunity. So for me to thoroughly execute and leave a legacy behind, the idea that the day I leave the world, or the day I go to the other world, I don't want to be just forgotten. I know I have made a tremendous impact on people, and I want that to be my legacy. But what better way to put it in your own words than other people trying to speak on your behalf when you're gone? So that to me has always been a factor. I also have gone through a lot of changes in life, a lot of metamorphoses, some challenges as well. It's human, they are part and parcel of us. But I do know that in those challenges, I've also been very able to navigate through with the support system that I've had. And most of what I did was journal and journal and journal and journal through the challenges, and that got me through. So I do know that it can also, my experiences can be a factor and a helpful opportunity for other people going probably through similar circumstances. What can that do for my business or my career? For me, it's not a money. I'm not in it for the money, even though money is good. We gotta pay the bills, and in human services, we don't get paid a lot. So I do know for a fact that authoring a book has an impact in people. I know for a fact when you give that book as a business card, that in itself is a testament right there. So what it does for my self-image, it gives me a courage, it gives me a validation that this is me, this is my work, this is what I've done, this is my contribution to the world. And that to me is far much better than anything else in the world. In terms of publicity, I do know that that's coming, and my book is still in process. I've seen other people's books. Congratulations! I love every piece of it, and I cannot wait for that book to be for my book to be out. And I know it's gonna be happening very, 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 very soon. So what is that gonna do for me? It's gonna bridge the barriers. It's gonna be break the barriers. It's gonna help me break the barriers that exist. We cannot be oblivious to the fact that there are so many barriers in the world. I cannot even start to talk about it right now because I live it. I've seen it in my career and also in my personal life. So I want to touch other people's lives and tell them that they can make it too, and tomorrow is still going to be a better day. As long as you keep on holding on faith and hope, it can happen. But what better way to partner up with the best of the best of the best? Matt Morris, I cannot wait to work with you. This is just the beginning. I know we are going to be writing many more books, and I'm sure tomorrow is very, very bright. Anybody out there that's thinking to be an author, please jump ship. Get with the program. Come on in.